Now we are.
Now it is.
All right.
Perfect.
Like we said, friends, we're going to show you a couple quick videos to remind you about what pollination is, why it's important, and then what kinds of animals are pollinators. Okay? And then today you're going to write your detailed sentences in your informational writing. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Myra says it sounds good, then it sounds good.
Awesome.
Oh, hold on one second. I've got to allow Zoom.
Remember, friends, these videos are going to help give you ideas for your writing.
Oh, you know what, Miss Deachley, my screen is not going to let me share today. So I'm going to just send you the link to this video so that you can share it. Is that okay? Just
yeah.
Mine, because it's my new computer, won't let me share till I have to X out. But I don't want to X out, so I'm just going to send it to you. Thanks for your patience, my friends. Did it come to you?
No.
I just sent it on chat.
Oh, I didn't look there. Wait 1 second, guys. Uh-oh. My computer's yelling at me now.
No, no.
Copy. Paste.
All right.
All right, wait 1 second, guys. Let me just share my screen.
And this is the part where we watch. Come and join us. He's so cute, Tabira. All right, here we go.
Is this it?
I can't see your, it just says that you're sharing. Okay, here we are. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Let's see what we got here. That's not it.
All right, and then you can skip through the first like minute and a half, Miss Deachley. It's just like a intro thing.
Welcome to Homeschool Pop. Today we are going really and look at all the pretty colors. It's so beautiful. I love these flowers, but all the pollen is making me sneeze and sniffly. So I think we should go back inside. All right, that's better. Well, flowers, they make pollen, and pollen is a fine powder. It's usually yellow, and it can make you sneeze, just like me earlier. Flowers use pollen to make seeds through a process called pollination. Okay, do you see these yellow feathery parts of the flower? This is the male part of the flower called the stamen, and that is where the pollen is made. Now this middle pink part of the flower is called the pistil, which is the female part of the flower. This is where the pollen needs to go so the flower can make seeds. Looking at this flower, do you think the yellow parts are the stamen or the pistil? That's right, that's the stamen. The stamen is the male part of the flower. That's the part that makes pollen. Now here's a different flower. Do you think this purple part in the middle is the stamen or the pistil? Very good, that's the pistil. The pistil is the female part of the flower where the pollen needs to go so that the flower can make seeds. When pollen is moved from the stamen to the pistil, It is called pollination. There are flowers that have both a stamen and a pistil, but there are some flowers that have only a pistil, and there are other flowers that have only a stamen. Pollen can't move by itself, so how will it get to the pistil? With the help of pollinators. Do you recognize this well-known pollinator? Very good, that's a honeybee. Honeybees are pollinators, and you can see the yellowy-orange pollen on his leg right here.
It's his pollen sac.
Pollinators are pollen helpers by moving the pollen to the pistil so the flower can make seeds. Let's look at some other pollinators. Do you know what this pollinator is called? That's right, this is a butterfly. And this one is called a painted lady butterfly.
Pretty.
Butterflies are pollinators. What kind of animal is this?
Ooh.
That's right, that's a bat. This is a flying fox, which is a fruit bat. And fruit bats are pollinators too.
Did you know that bats were pollinators, friends?
What's this little guy called?
No.
Great job. This is a hummingbird.
We wrote all about that.
The rodent hummingbird. And hummingbirds are also pollinators. Other pollinators include wasps and moths.
We knew that.
Ants and beetles like this ladybug are pollinators too.
We knew that too.
Other pollinators are very well known. They are bumblebees and honeybees. All right, let's review what we've learned today. What is the fine yellow powder on this bee called? That's right, it's pollen. Pollen is a fine yellow powder. This yellow part of the flower makes pollen. Do you remember what it's called? That's right, that's the stamen. The stamen is the male part of the flower. That's the part that makes pollen.
All right, friends, we're going to stop there. And we are going to look at our PowerPoint real quick. I know some of you have group super soon. So let's just
We're just going to push through, friends.
this out real quick. All right, so today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. We are going to be doing Mod 3, Unit 2, Lesson 12A. The purpose of today's lesson is to use text and images to formulate predictions. So that's why we watched that video. That video was going to help you write your detailed sentences for today. Okay, so there are 2 learning targets today. Today we would like you to please write detailed sentences about how bees pollinate plants and also create your scientific drawing of a bee. This is your 3rd day of doing your drawing, and I really hope that they are becoming amazing, which I'm sure they are. We are going to use our hummingbird model to kind of give you some ideas, but remember, friends, you're not writing about the hummingbirds, you're writing about the bees, okay?
Friends, which part of writing are we going to be working on today? Type in the chat. What part are you working on today? Remember the 4 parts: the introduction, the focus statement, the detailed sentences, and the conclusion. Which one of those are you working on today? Type it in the chat. I want to make sure we're all together. Yesterday you did the introduction and the focus statement. So today you need to do what?
Write in the learning target.
Right there, yeah. If you'd like to share it with your voice, you can also raise your hand. Good, Imad. Imad says detail sentences, and you're right. So that's like the part that tells you all the information, okay? All right, so
Fred, I am going to read you the text that is in the green rectangle, okay? That is the part that tells or has all the detailed sentences. So that part of our text says, hummingbirds fly quickly to red flowers to drink nectar. When they visit the flower, pollen sticks to their long beak and top of their head. Now, the hummingbird has pollen grains on its beak and head. When it flies to another flower, some of the pollen grains fall off and are left there. So the question is, what do you notice about the detailed sentences? What is the job of the detailed sentences in this writing?
you can type the answer to that question or you can raise your hand. She asked, what do you notice about those detailed sentences? I'm looking for people with raised hands. Jamie, unmute yourself. Okay, there you go. What do you notice?
It tells more about pollination.
Yeah, it does. It tells you even more because you talk a little bit in the introduction about it, but it tells you even more about pollination. Good job, Jamie. What else do you guys notice about those detailed sentences? Imad?
It tells the reader tells information about the hummingbirds and the pollen and the other stuff.
Yeah, it tells information about both the pollinator and the pollen, the hummingbird and the pollen grains. Friends, what part of the body of the hummingbird and the bee does the pollen get on? Raise your hand. What's the body part that helps them? I'm going to read you one of the sentences. It says, now, when they visit the flower, pollen sticks to their long beak and top of their head. Now the bee or the hummingbird has pollen grains on its beak and head. So what part of their body do they use to collect the pollen, or where does it get? Briella?
Their beak and their head.
Yeah, their beak or their head. If you're talking about a hummingbird, good job. If you're talking about a bee, mostly their head and their pollen sac, right?
Yeah.
Good job, friends.
And their fuzzy bodies.
Their furry bodies.
All right, so let's go on. Okay, so friends, you have seen this chart before. We used this chart to take notes about bees, okay? So remember, we talked about why this pollinator is attracted to flowers, the body structure that supports the pollination, and how this pollinator moves the pollen. So these notes are super important for your writing today on your detailed sentences. So the first question says, why do bees go to plants? Who can raise their hand or type in the chat? Why do bees go to the plants?
I'm looking through all your pictures for some raised hands. Why would the bees be going to the plants? Briella.
They're going to there because the food and maybe the color.
Yeah, that's why they're attracted to them, right? So they see the colors and they probably smell that nectar and they go there to eat. You're absolutely right, Briella. Great thinking.
Good job. That's exactly what I was thinking, Briella. The bees go to the plants to eat the nectar. They're hungry. Great. And then the other question says, how do bees pollinate plants? So how do they do it? Who can raise their hand and explain that to us? How do bees pollinate plants?
Oh, B had typed in the chat too that they go to get nectar and pollen. Good job, B.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, it looks like the Briella show is happening right now.
Good job, Briella.
Briella, tell us all about it, girl.
So the bee finds a flower. The bee finds a flower and then it goes to get the nectar, and then when it gets the nectar, it rubs on its belly, and then when it flies away, the pollen gets on the stamen, and then on the stamen, it makes a seed at the bottom.
You're amazing.
Yes,
It's your break.
absolutely. That's exactly what happens, sweetie. And everybody else, that is exactly how it happens. The bee goes to the plant for the nectar. While it's getting the nectar, the pollen sticks to its body, its head, and then when it flies to another flower, that pollen falls off onto the new flower.
And then
Perfect.
the flower can make its seeds. You guys are so smart. Good job.
So smart. All right, guys. So for today, you are going to log into your Google Classroom and go back to your bee writing booklet. And you're going to answer 3 different questions. And those questions are the ones we just talked about. So the first sentence you're going to write is why bees are attracted to flowers.
Briella told us bees are attracted to flowers because of the colors and the smells. Keep that in mind.
They're hungry. They want that yummy nectar. There's 2 other questions that you're going to answer.
Miss Isha, if you want me to share my screen, I can show them their template on Google Drive.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll stop sharing.
Perfect. And
Hi, friend.
I will share my screen. Oh, I can't share my screen, Ms. Isha. I'm gonna think of the best way to do this right now. The best way to do this is, oh, I can. Can you guys see it? Can you see the screen? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, it works now all of a sudden. Anyway, so yesterday you started here, right? You did your name, and you maybe looked at your checklist, and then you did your introduction and your focus statement. Thumbs up if you did that. If you didn't, please go back and do that today. Good job, B. I see your thumbs up. I know a lot of you did. All right, so like Miss Isha said, the first sentence you're gonna write is why bees are attracted to flowers. 1 sentence on this page is all you need to do. 1 sentence about why bees are attracted to flowers. Then you're gonna go to the next page and write 1 sentence about bees' body parts that help pollination. Remember, bees have a furry body. What do they do with their legs? What do they do with their head? Think about stuff like that. 1 sentence on this page. And then you're gonna go to the 3rd detail, it says detail 3, how bees finish pollinating. So after they collect the pollen on the flower, where do they go next? Okay, 1 sentence on this page. So you're doing 1 sentence on page 4, 1 sentence on page 5, 1 sentence on page 6. I'll type that all in the directions when I post it, okay? In case you feel confused by that. All you have to do is write 3 sentences. You logged on to your writing booklet? Good. Okay. Does anybody have a question that they need answered before we go? If you need to go because you have a group at 10:30, you may go. But if you have a question, raise your hand. Or type it. Not you? All right. If you feel ready to go get started, please do. Friends, I want you to try, if you have the time, to start this soon. If you struggled to get it done yesterday, start it a little bit earlier today, okay? All right, if you need us, what are you gonna do? You can raise your hand or you can type. What will you do if you need help from one of us?
Call you.
Call
Yeah.
us, email
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, message us or whatever you need to do to get our attention, and we will help you with whatever it is that you need, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Briella, you okay? Okay, good. All right, we're gonna let you go because some people have groups starting in just a little while, and we look forward to reading all your work, okay? Okay,
Do your best, guys. We love you.
bye.